I miss already Stockholm. So yeah, so I just finished my vacation. I'm back here settling in, trying to get used to the work life. Also to pretty soon, well, it's already la rentrée for some people. Me, it'll be in like 2 weeks where I go back teaching, and so yeah, so I'm just settling in. Also too, I took a lot of videos and pictures when I was traveling through Paris, Stockholm, and in Falun and I went to Turku by boat. Also I did a video tour of the boat, so I'll try and have that, I'll put those videos together maybe this weekend or maybe next weekend when I have the time. So yeah, so I want to talk to you about service, because seeing how I just left a service-orientated country, Sweden and Finland, and I'm now back here in France, in Nantes, by way of Paris. I experienced a couple of things. First thing was when I got back in Paris, I was in Paris the other day, so I had 1 day layover before I came back to Nantes, before I took my train. And in Paris, there's a couple of stores that I can't buy erotic, like other country foods. Here in Nantes, I can only get it in Paris. So I went to Tang, Freres, which is a Chinese, Japanese grocery store where they only sell like Asian products from all over the world, and fruits and stuff like that. So it's in the 13th arrondissement in Paris. So that was like my first stop, because I was like, before I go back to Nantes, I need to do my grocery shopping in Paris and get some of the stuff that I used to love getting all the time, and then, you know, I can bring it back with me on the train. So long story short, went to Tang Freres, and by me being not too long in Stockholm, you just used to saying, when you walk in the store, you say hello and you smile at people, and you know, even if you have questions, you could go up to someone, you smile, you do a little chit chat, and they smile back at you. And so when I went to Tang Freres in Paris, I got my little reality check, because I'm like all smiling, saying hello to anybody who's just making eye contact with me, who works in the store, and people are just looking at me like I'm weird. They're like, why are you saying hello to me? You know, they're looking at me like that. And then it like dawned on me, it's like, I am not in Wonderland anymore. I'm back in France. Yes. And then certainly in Paris, oh, you do not do that. So so that was like a little reality check for me coming back. And then today, I got a phone call from my cell phone company. Now, I'm not going to give the names of my providers, because I'm not going to do free advertisement for them. But basically, I have a cell phone. I use one cell phone company, and I have another company that supplies my internet connection and my landline and television in my apartment. So these two companies can offer, you know, the same thing, but I prefer to have it separate. My cell phone and the other one, the internet provider, separate. Reason why: one is when I arrive in France, my cell phone is the same number since I've been in France. So it's like I've been 14 years with the same company. I haven't changed. Reason why is because for my plan, for what I use, my consummation is the cheapest, and also too, I like the service. When I went over to Sweden, my cell phone worked. So I can travel to any country, I can receive calls, it worked, and also the price is cheaper than other cell phone companies. Also too, I lost my cell phone. When I called customer service to get a replacement, it was so easy. And also too, they kind of helped me out with getting a new phone, because I had a super BlackBerry that cost like, I think almost 500 euros. And every time I think about it, that just hurts me. So long story short, they helped me out to get another BlackBerry, not the same equivalent, but one that was in a price, and they also gave me a huge discount on it, so because I lost my phone. So I'm staying with that company because I experienced the service. I lost my cell phone. They were super cool and quick, and they helpful with me. Also too, I've never had a problem with them between 14 years. Also too, my internet provider, I have the same internet provider from when I was in Paris. I remember I had a couple problems where I wasn't getting good internet connection, and if you're like me, if you're a freelance graphic designer, also a teacher, you need internet connection, and also I need my landline to work, because my business is in my home. I work from home, and basically they sent someone out to check my line, you know, to see if there was problems with the wires. They sent me a new box, and you know, there was no hidden fees or anything. That's just the service they gave. And also too, they had another extra service, like if you have Wi-Fi and if your internet's not working, they'll give you a connection to this Wi-Fi line. So I have excellent service. I'm happy with both of them. I don't want to change. So this lady from my cell phone company calls me. She's a sales commercial, whatever they call them. She basically calls me saying, hey, you know, you've been a client with us for X amount of years. We noticed that we don't supply your internet connection. We want to offer you this great package, etc. And so when I was talking to this lady on the phone, she talked very fast. So fast that at times I had to ask her to repeat herself because I wasn't understanding everything. I wasn't getting everything that she was saying. And basically I just kept saying, like, I'm happy, I don't want to change. And she was like, you know, you're basically with these two different companies, you're paying more money, and this is how much you're paying. And I go, yeah, I know I'm paying a lot more money, but there's two different services and I don't want to change because I experienced this. And so she was like, well, listen to me, let me explain you the whole extent of this package. So I listened to her. She explained the whole extent of the package. Get back to the end result. I'm still not budging. I'm still not changing my mind. And so basically she goes to me, well, why don't you want to change? I don't understand. You're paying all this amount of money. You could be saving money to change back if you take our plan and have everything with us. And so I go, okay, well, I'll explain to you why since you asked me. So I started explaining her, and then she starts to cut me off and overtalk me. So I had to go to her. It's like, well, wait a minute. You asked me to explain to you. Now I'm explaining to you why I don't want to change and the difference of these two companies, and you're not really taking the time to listen to what I'm saying. I took the time to listen to you. I'm looking at my watch at the same time. I'm like, I'm almost 20 minutes on the phone with you, and I keep telling you no, that I don't want to, you know, change my plans or whatever. And also too, you're talking very fast. And I told her that it's like, I know there's hidden fees, you know, canceling one service to go to another service. There are cancellation fees, and you're talking so fast so I won't understand and hear the amount of these cancellation fees. So long story short, it's like coming back experiencing that, I'm thinking, okay, if I was in Stockholm or Sweden or any other service orientated country, how would that call go, you know? And then if she was to really listen to what I was trying to say to her, that I'm more into service, you know, I'm like everybody else. If I can save a buck, I will try and save a buck, but also too, I'm very service. If there's a problem, I want that person to handle my problem, to be nice to me, to talk to me correctly, to not down talk to me, to listen, and then find a solution, whatever solution that you can find, you know, give me the choices of a different solution. And I just noticed with brands here, businesses and brands in France, is not service orientated. It's kind of like they get you on a hook to sell about saving money, about this and that, but they don't really take the time to listen to you. Like going to the grocery store in Paris at Tang Freres. I love going there, but if I had another choice of another Tang Freres or another Asian store that didn't have the monopoly like they have in Paris, because they do, you go into the 13th arrondissement, practically Tang Freres own all that area. So, you know, whatever grocery store you're going, your money's pretty much going to the same company. If I had a choice, and if they had a competitor that was more nicer, the people who are, you know, you say hello and they say hello back to you and they smile, they don't look at you weird because you're just saying hello, I think I would probably go to the other store, because I'm more so looking for service, you know. Money is made to circulate. You know, I'm going to die. When I die one day, I'm not going to think like, oh, I'm taking to the grave all this money, you know. And I think you do have to pay for certain things, and service is one of them. And I hope one day in France that people will realize that, like, service is the key.